Aquarius. Hi, you guys. I tell you what, I told you, I'm filming this stuff in June, and, I'd kind of predicted some things happening in June for you guys on the emotional front. Welcome, my friends, welcome. So I hope June was amazing for you guys. Before I start your reading, I just want to mention that I'm still working with my beautiful friend Tiffany and her amazing stuff. Oh my gosh, I love it. She just renamed her shop Pink LUNE, like the French word for moon. Same beautiful stuff, same shop, new name. She's still giving you guys 15% off at her store. I'm wearing some of her beautiful work right now. I just love it. This is for love and clarity, and she has a gift for figuring out what people need. So please check her out. I will leave the promo code and her link and everything in the description box so that you can go get that 15% off. And she's about to get some amazing stuff in. Now, I want to get back to you really beautiful, wonderful, enlightening Aquarians. You're on my good side right now, but you know what? You always are, because seriously, I say it every time, but you guys make me laugh. I can be blunt with you. I can be forthright with you. It's just so refreshing. Like, I can just relax. I feel relaxed around you guys, and that's because you guys can handle it, and you can take it, and you can give it, and it's just fun. And here, let's talk about the note that I kind of have for you guys coming into July, because it's been an interesting year, hasn't it, Aquarians? You guys have really been pushing hard, burning out, coming to some realizations, opening up, healing some wounds, kind of everything. You know, it hasn't been you've been really going for the gusto, right? And when we hit July, so the sun is it's in Cancer, and then it goes into Leo. So these are your 6th and your 7th houses. And so what I'm picking up for you is this is a month of balance. So where kind of in March and April, we were looking at your career and how you were pushing forward in that and where you were burning out and what you were doing there. And then May and June, it was like connecting in with your heart center and trying to figure out how to let people in and let healing happen and all of that. July is kind of a fun synthesis of all of this. So, there's a synthesis of these different parts of yourself, of the internal and the external, of the projects and the new beginnings. There's something going on there very powerful with that. Cards are flying out here, so I will get to these in a minute. But so July is really going to be about learning how to, blossoming. Blossoming is kind of the word I keep picking up for you guys. Like you're kind of like a flower that has been holding back for a while, and it's time to bloom. It's time to bloom. It's time to just feel good and push forward. Now, I'm actually looking at these cards right now because I was talking about blossoming and synthesis and how it's going to be all about like balance and all of that. And I do think that's the case, but the cards are giving me you guys, I'm so sorry. I try to be just like, it's going to be a chill month and there won't be any challenges and you're not going to have any lessons to learn. But here's the thing with being an Aquarian. You guys are all about expansion. You are all about pushing boundaries. So in some ways, I feel like you're never going to be the sign that gets we're just going to chill in the background, because it's not your thing. It's not who you are. And so you're always pushing into the next thing. And so, well, I've been talking about, a new era beginning, and I actually see that in these cards. I'm also kind of cracking up because it's you guys are still fighting against yourselves, okay? And you're kind of fighting against some of the processes that are going on with the synthesis. Because I think one of the things is when you're finding balance, you find where you're really unbalanced, and then you have to address it. So let's get into these cards because it's an interesting bag, you guys. It is. Could I expect anything less from Aquarians? So we're starting off here with the Hanged Man. So here is that self-assessment time, right? you know, I think starting off in July, you're going to be looking at your habits and who's around you and your self-care pretty deeply. And it's going to be a time where you are looking at the bigger picture and taking a step back and really assessing all of that. This is a quiet time. It's quiet energy. You're building the stage for the next thing. So you're taking a minute. And I say that too because we have the Two of Wands right next door. So, you know, this is sending a message out. This is once again setting the stage. So there's something going on here where it's like a lot went down for you all the way through June. Like the first half of this year, so much happened. And you're taking this moment to really say, okay, am I gonna commit to this thing? Am I gonna commit to this job? Am I gonna commit to this person? Am I gonna commit to this? What do I want in my life? What do I want around me? What do I want surrounding me? And that's where, and you're going to be setting your sights on that. That's kind of what I'm getting here is it's like you're reassessing and then putting your sights on something new. So this is really great groundwork at the beginning of the month. Now, however good your intentions are for just having it be simple like that, where you just set your intentions, you go with it no matter what. The world around you. And once again, this is a funny thing that I think happens with you Aquarians a lot. There's kind of this thing that happens where you set your sights, you're like, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing. And then something comes in and it's like, oh no, we're going to like juggle that. We're going to like swirl that around for you so that it's a little bit more confusing, so that you're kind of like, what? And here it is. So, something's coming in for you guys. So you set your sights early in the month. You kind of assess, you got it going. You think you know exactly where you're going. Something comes in that makes you feel like this. And I tend to think that this has something to do with your emotional front. I tend to think this has something to do with, this could also be work though. You know, something that's dear and near to your heart, something that you've been working on or something that you've been trying to figure out. It's like, you think you have it figured out and then it comes in and it's like, oh no, it's different. However, this isn't long lasting. So you're going to feel blinded because I think there's going to be some other elements. Like you think you know how it's going and then other elements come in and you're kind of like, what? But, you know, I think what you're going to be able to do is synthesize it quite well. And then I get these two cards. So you dip back into the uncertainty and like the blindness and the chaos of it all. And then I get the clarity of insight and the allowing of something really good to come in, you guys. So I think sometimes you guys like to make things harder than they need to be. You're so set on trying to make things authentic and to the best of your ability, and you want to know that you're doing them out of a place of like realness and rawness. And so a lot of times you guys are putting this pressure on things to be a certain way. And I think some of the lesson that's going on here is that things are going to come in the way they come in. You have to just allow for that. You just have to allow for this vision, this thing to happen. Because I think a lot of you, it's kind of like things are starting to click into place a little bit more. Like we're fighting upstream for a few months, this past few months. This spring was hard on you guys in a lot of ways, and you were kind of feeling like you were pushing against the current all the time. And this month, I think you're going to start to find that you're flowing with the stream, but you're not wanting to trust it. So it's going to feel a little awkward, honestly, when you're able to assess, make a point, and then things actually flow. You're going to want to I have this feeling you guys are going to want to add some extra steps in there and make it more difficult than it needs to be. You're trying to make sure that the narrative is one that isn't just locking you into something, some mundane, boring thing or something that you don't believe in. And so your values and your ideals are continuing to make you second guess positive things that are coming in, even though I seriously think a lot of what you're flowing with and a lot of what's coming in for you actually does match your ideals, but you're just like, I can't trust that. There's something going on with your trust there. Now, seriously, you guys, oh, I dropped it. Man, I'm sorry, you guys. The cards are going crazy. You guys, here is emotional fulfillment, new beginnings. Emotional fulfillment, new beginnings. What was I saying about this new era? It's kind of like you've shed 3 or 4 different skins over the winter and the spring, and you're finally done shedding, and now it's time to be. Now it's time to act. Now it's time to be present in the moment. Very present in the moment. That's what I'm getting. It's like you've been very in your heads and you've been very analytical about everything that's going on. And it's also just been this insane, change, endings, beginnings, throwing this in there, throwing that in there, connecting with your heart center. So much has been going on. But now it's time to be present in the moment. When something good, like the thing is, something really good is in your life. And this is emotional stuff right here. Something is really good in your life. And probably a few things are really good in your life. They're starting to make sense. They're starting to connect all these little pieces. And it's really good. And you're just not like, you just have to show up for it. Like, that's it. That is it. You just have to show up for it and trust that it is meant for you. When I get the Wheel of Fortune, that is kismet. That is destiny. That is things coming in the right time, with cosmic timing, with confidence, with intention. And when I get the 9 of Cups, once again, that's about just being present and taking it all in, feeling good, feeling love, accepting love, giving love, caring, showing up, enjoying life, enjoying what you work on. And the world is just trying to give it to you. It's like, here, take it, take it. Queen of Pentacles came up next, right? Money is looking good. And for those of you with some earthy energies in there, once again, this is a really calm energy. There's a lot of very calming energies in this spread, a lot of very clear and calm and kind of going with the flow energies. I mean, we have the Hanged Man, we have 2 of Wands, we have the Empress, we have 9 of Cups, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. These are all energies about like being grounded and allowing the good life and allowing the balance to just flow with you. But what's really funny is the last card that came out was the 9 of Swords. And here's where you guys are fighting it. Here's where you guys are fighting it, because this has nothing to do with anybody else. Whenever I get the 9 of Swords, this is about you waking yourself up in the middle of the night and second guessing it all and saying you can't have it. Telling yourself you can't have it, telling yourself that you don't know what's right and what's wrong, telling yourself that it has to be more complicated than it is, having a sense that like maybe these aren't your ideals and maybe you're just living a lie. I don't know. So you're fighting against it, because all the cards that I've gotten this reading are positive, and then we get these 2 which are about your mental state and fighting against it. Once again, it's like you guys have been fighting tooth and nail against these good things wanting to come in and hang out with you. And, they're still going to be there. That's the thing. I mean, it's funny. It's like you guys do have that expansiveness and that ability to like keep things, I don't know. This is a month of acceptance. I will say that. This is a month of acceptance. This is a month of allowing good things to be in your life. Please, you guys, don't sabotage that. Because I see you guys, some of you possibly trying to do that. And like I said, this can be in work or love. I see a lot of love here. I see a lot of relationship stuff here once again. But, work is also going very well because you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have Judgment, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the 2 of Wands. Those are all about your intentions in the world and where you're putting your energy. And I'm just sensing that you guys are wanting to sabotage it. You're wanting to make it more difficult than it needs to be. You're wanting to like it's almost like, you want to you have a coworker, you have a lover or something, and you're calling them up and you're like, well, we need to have a ground rule talk because I think this is getting out of hand. And the other person's like, everything is cool, like we're good. And like you're like, no, we're not. We like things need to be moved around. Things aren't the way they should be. Like I don't think, and instead of it helping, actually, you guys are kind of just trying to find a way to like cut it because you don't trust it for some reason. So be aware of that. If something feels too good to be true, it's not. it's just good. I mean, you know, I'm telling it like it is, you guys. Sometimes things are just good. Sometimes things are meant to be easy. And I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. And I'm pulling out, I was pulling out clarifiers with my Cosmic Tarot, and 3 cards just came out, you guys. And this is exactly what I was just saying. So the first card that came out, 10 of Cups, you guys. This is that emotional fulfillment. You guys have the love. You have the support. It's there. It's hanging out with you. It is on your side, ready to go. And you're very connected with this, right? I mean, this feels good. You're glowing inside. And I know you don't want to admit it, but it's happening to you. And this can, like I said, this can be in your career. You could just be in a really serene, good place in your career that just feels good. You wake up and it's easy. This is also about love, though, you guys. Maybe your partnership, it's just easy. Like you found somebody who gets your ideals and it's just easy. And you're starting, and here's that thing. The 5 of Wands. You're trying to cause drama. You're trying to shake it up because you feel like it can't be that easy. It can't be that good. So why don't I just find some way to jab and fight it, because that'll keep it interesting, and then I'll know that at least I'm keeping up my standards, because at least I'm fighting for my ideals, at least I'm saying what I think. But really what you're doing is you're just creating noise. You're just creating noise because under the surface, you guys, some of you really feel like you don't deserve this easy road. Like you're stirring up the waters, you're muddying the waters because you don't want to look at the fact 5 of Pentacles is about feeling spiritually poor, materially poor, just feeling poor, being in the mindset of poverty, feeling like you're locked out of the good stuff. And this is way down there. And we've been talking about this for the last couple months, haven't we? About the fact that deep down you have this thing where you feel like you have to like cut things off when they're too good. And that, I mean, your big challenge in July is to accept the good stuff. It's there. It's all there. It wants to be there with you. And it's just going to keep flowing. You know, you can muddy the waters if you want, but you're, instead of being present and instead of enjoying it, you're just going to be muddying the water. That's how you're going to spend your energy. And I'll be honest, like, you won't be very happy with yourself once August hits if that's how you spend your energy. Because you guys, like, you deserve some happiness. You deserve to have some calm times. And July is a perfect time to do that. It's second half of the year, you know, the sun is going into your 7th house in Leo at the end of the month, and that's very positive energy for you. That's very flowing energy for you. That is about love and connecting with others and about balancing out your other half. So it's just a good time, you guys. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting all the positive things that are just surrounding. You're swimming in the good life. And if you can relax and unclench your fists and take a breath, you'll see that, like, actually all the things you've been thinking about and prioritizing and wanting in your life are actually manifesting around you. And you have to trust that process. Because if you can't trust that process, I mean, what's the point? You might as well just never manifest anything, because none of it has any meaning anyway, right? And then we're getting into relativity, and we don't even want to go there right now, Aquarius, okay? I know what you guys are doing up there in your heads. Anyway, I will leave my website and my email below. Please get in touch with me. I love working with you guys. We always have an amazing time. I do Skype readings and phone readings, email readings, and pre-recorded readings. I do all sorts of things. So get in touch with me and I can tell you about that. I will also leave Pink LUNE's info, and I will see you guys in August. And try and just enjoy the beautiful ride that you have in front of you. All right. I love you guys. I am so excited to talk with you, and just have fun. Yeah. All right. See you in August.